Where is Brenda in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage pilot? Melissa Peterman's secret role explained. Brenda Sparks' absence in the Georgie and Mandy's first marriage pilot raises questions after Melissa Peterman's involvement in its production. The Coopers' longtime neighbor in Medford, the Sparks' existence, was first established in The Big Bang Theory when Sheldon mentioned Billy, who was supposedly his biggest bully. That claim was inaccurate, as he was revealed to be more of a nuisance than an actual tormentor. More than Billy, however, it was his mother who had a bigger impact on the Cooper family, especially in the latter seasons, and maybe even in its follow-up series, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Initially, Brenda was more of an annoying neighbor than anything else in young Sheldon. She was snooty and judgmental, especially towards Mary and Sheldon. That all changed when Herschel left Brenda. Brenda mellowed down and even became agreeable occasionally. She developed an odd but working dynamic with Mary. That said, arguably her most interesting relationship was with George. The pair was on the brink of an affair. At the end of young Sheldon, Brenda appeared one more time to grieve with the family over the death of their patriarch. Beyond that, however, she's also supposedly in its follow-up show. Brenda Sparks' Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage return theory explained. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage's premiere production involved Peterman. For context, the official Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage cast doesn't include Peterman. Only Zoe Perry, Regan Revord, and Annie Potts have been officially announced to return as they reprise their young Sheldon characters, Mary, Missy, and Mima, respectively. The idea that Brenda will be back for the new The Big Bang Theory expansion series started with a behind-the-scenes promo for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, which featured Peterman attending both the first script reading and live studio audience taping for the series, coupled that with behind-the-scenes images from some cast members during the production of the show with the actor, and it started to look like the Sparks family matriarch would be back. Admittedly, this was quite surprising. While the Coopers have finally moved on from her almost affair with George, she didn't really have any ties to Georgie or Mandy to warrant a visit from them in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. That said, considering how beloved the young Sheldon cast was, seeing a familiar face in Peterman was still an exciting update. Why Brenda Sparks isn't in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage's pilot episode? Peterman's role turns out not as Brenda. Based on what was revealed about Brenda's supposed role in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, she was going to share scenes with Mima. So it understandably raises questions when she isn't in the pilot. Luckily, there is a simple solution to this mystery thanks to what goes down in the 6:10 to Lubbock. Peterman was likely asked to attend the first week of production for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage as a stand-in for Perry's Mary. As seen in the episode, the moments where Brenda was supposed to be were the exact scenes with Sheldon's mother. Peterman was also an important part of young Sheldon, so the majority of the people involved in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage would have already been comfortable with her around. Admittedly, it's such an interesting choice to bring in a TV veteran like Peterman to just be a stand-in. That said, since she has experience filming in front of a live studio audience for Reba, she was perfect in helping the rest of the cast get used to the change in format. In addition to that, Peterman was also an important part of young Sheldon, so the majority of the people involved in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage would have already been comfortable with her around. Finally, the actor also appeared to enjoy the whole process. While the idea of Brenda standing in for Mary may appear strange, considering their history overall, it was a good choice. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage can still bring Brenda back because of Mary and Missy. Peterman will always be welcome in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Just because Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage's premiere ultimately doesn't feature Brenda, doesn't mean that Peterman can never reprise her role in young Sheldon again. While she may not be close friends with the Coopers, especially after George unexpectedly died, she still lives near Mary. She would know about how things are going in Sheldon's childhood home, which could be very helpful in terms of keeping an eye on Missy and her mother. Mima now lives with Dale, and unless she visits her daughter every day, Mary needs someone to check up on her consistently. If the theories about Missy ending up marrying Billy turn out to be true, Brand will also remain tethered to the Coopers. As long as there is any kind of connection between her and Sheldon's family in Texas, she has a way to appear in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. In any case, Peterman proves that she is more than willing to still be involved in the franchise, even though she will co-star in her own sitcom with Reba McEntire, Happy's Place.